Can I just say this? You are beautifully and wonderfully made, and no one, absolutely no one, should make you believe otherwise. However, believing and living in this sentence, this statement, takes understanding of who you really are. I'm saying all this because at some point in my life, I actually loathed myself. I hated myself. I hated my face. Like, I mean, look at this face. It's so cute. It's so pretty. And I was like, oh, God, take it away from me. Give me another one. Anyway, guys, that was because I did not know who I was. I did not know who this girl was, what she liked, and what made her uncomfortable, and really believing in herself anyway. So the question here is, who are you? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Boy Damaris here with another video. Like this video, give it a thumbs up if you haven't, bado subscribe if you haven't, and if you're new to my channel, kindly welcome, usiende mbali, subscribe, make sure umeturn on notification bell, ndio every time niki upload a new video unajua I have done, so ukimbia hapo watch. Do I kinda need your views? I need your views, so make sure that you have turned on that notification, please. So, what's your answer to who you are? I actually think I have a better answer from philosopher and writer Kuli. He says, today I am not what I think I am. I am not what they think I am. I am what I think they think about me. This basically means that you are the perception of yourself through other people's eyes in your own mind. What do you think they are thinking about you? If you think they think you are a failure, then definitely you start becoming a failure. And I'm saying all this because at some point in my life, I actually felt so ugly, so uncomfortable in my skin. I thought myself as a failure. I thought myself as a rude and a notorious student back in high school. And I think the reason why I felt ugly and less beautiful, less of an option, was because at at the time when I was joining Form 1, I had been played with my first love, with my best friend who had a fairer skin. And I remember having a lot of time to overthink this. And because I did not really understand why he did that, I came up with very toxic and self-destructive answers. Like, for example, that I was darker than her, I was more uglier than her, I was a lesser option compared to my best friend. So I started hating myself, I started hating my skin. And I remember this actually paralyzed me in my classwork, because I was not able to ask my teachers questions whenever I had one, because I felt like they'd be like, this ugly student is here asking questions. Why would she just not do her own research, ask other students the questions she has, and just shut up and not just come to us? That was what I thought. So that was the beginning of my hate towards myself, thinking badly. No one told me I was ugly. No one told me that he left me because of my skin color, but that's what I thought, and I actually started believing that I was ugly. Okay. The second thing was me thinking that I was a failure. As at some point, I went home with really low grades because I was not actually studying. They had to break and everything, and actually affected me that every time, morning preps, evening preps, on all the period during the day, instead of concentrating in class, I'd be fantasizing and overthinking and just playing the whole thing, the whole heartbreak thing. So I did not have the time to study and put effort in my studies, because I did not really actually see why I did not have time to even consider studying. So I started considering myself as a failure after I got poor grades in Form 1, Form 2. And I remember at a certain time I went home and I had really low grades, and my siblings were better off. Their grades were better off, and my little sister, she said this. I know she did not mean it. She did not know what she was saying, but she was like, By the way, unatuaibisha kwa hii familia, you're the only one who has the lowest grades in this family right now. And I was like defending myself, high school is hard, nini, you guys are still in primary. We pick up high school and it will be all hard. That was my defense. And I remember I carried that with me to back to school, and I was like, yo, my sister thinks I'm a failure. And then at some point my teachers, now they noticed that I was finding myself in silly mistakes most of the time, like noise making, sleeping in class. Who doesn't sleep in class at some point anyway? So the silly mistakes started making me be recognized by my teachers, and they started singing my name at the assembly time, saying, "Baby Damaris, unatusumbua, you're very rude. Kwani umekuja shule kulala, umekuja kufanya kucheza badala ya kusoma. You'll be a failure, utatoka huku na very low grades." And I was like, yo, my sister thinks I'm a failure. And now these teachers think I'm a failure. Probably my fellow students think I'm a failure. So I took their words and what they think and took it to be my own. I started thinking that they think I am a failure. I started actually believing in that, and now I stopped caring totally about my studies. I would just read novels, fantasize about love, about the lavish lifestyle I want to have outside there, not actually thinking about what I'd want to be and do in order to live that lavish lifestyle. So I actually now started living a failures life, not reading, not caring about anything. And at some point I was like, I was just like, I don't care about all these mistakes that I'm making, the punishments in me. Now it's almost usual. It's like my usual dose to be punished, to be yelled at by teachers, all those things. So I just basically consider myself as notorious, rude, and a failure. So that's what drove me in high school actually, and me being ugly. I did not deserve to have success. I did not deserve to not be punished. Did not deserve to be looked at. I did not deserve to even ask my fellow students questions, because why was I'm already a failure. So what's funny here is I actually took other people's words and turned them into what they think about me, and ingrained it into my mind and started living it. It's a surprise that I actually passed my KCSE exams, but I think that was just God was trying to prove to me and trying to tell me that, girl, you are not a failure. I am here for you. But all in all, I was determined to fail. I was determined to just stay in my comfort zone, because I felt like the world I was living in was my own and no one else's, and I did not deserve to step out into the real world and do what other people do, the normal things that people do, hard work, be disciplined, obey your teachers. It falls under the discipline, but you feel me. So I just received to my own world of being a rude and notorious student, a failure, and an ugly girl, which actually affected me. And that's why I'm making this video. You should be very vigilant with what you take into your mind, what you believe you are, what you hear other people say, because if you don't filter them, they'll enter your mind, they'll ruin you, and they'll change the perception of yourself, because eventually you'll start believing that they think you are that particular thing you're thinking. If it's a failure, you'll start thinking, by the way, I had someone saying I'm a failure, I must be. Whenever now you look at someone else, you'll be like, by the way, does this person think I'm a failure? Definitely. Does this person think I'm a failure? Definitely. So if you start believing that, you'll start being a failure. You'll be shy, you will not be confident in yourself, kujituma pale nje kufanya kazi, and to bring forth the fruits and be the person you really want to be. So be very vigilant, and filter your thoughts, filter them to ensure that you become the person you really want to be, not the person that that has been affected by outer surroundings, by actions of other people, because they actually in one way or another mold us. They actually contribute to who we are, because it's our thoughts that make us be who we really are. Okay, so if you think this video has been helpful and you already have an insight on how other people's actions, your thoughts about other people's words affect who you really are, kindly give this video a thumbs up before we end up. Leave me a comment in the comment section, and keep safe until next time. Bye bye.